From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good morning and happy Friday. I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. You can see all the city lights down below, so there is no fog obstructing this view this morning, thankfully, but we are seeing some fog down towards Hermiston, down in Pendleton, also up towards Snoqualmie Pass. Some of that's starting to leak down into the Kittitas Valley as well, so that's definitely something that we're going to keep tabs on throughout the rest of this morning. But in those areas, take it slow on the roadways, and of course, as always, use the low beams. Right now, temperatures are right around, if not below freezing in the valleys. We're right around, if not a little bit above freezing in the lower Columbia Basin. The lone exception to that would be Hermiston, where we're right at freezing. And then also just a little bit above freezing in the foothills of the Blue Mountains, 36 for Walla Walla, 33 degrees for Pendleton. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We'll have small rain chances for today. Rain looking much more likely into Saturday, wet again into Sunday and Monday. Then there's going to be another storm system for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, bringing some mountain snow, maybe some tough pass travel. I'll tell you how much snow we're expecting coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a facility in Sunnyside that produces fruit juice pleads guilty to selling tainted juice. And we have what the charges are coming up. A claim seeking $50 million in damages against many local agencies, this in connection to Amber Rodriguez, the paraeducator killed at a West Richland elementary school. That exclusive coming up. Plus, a government shutdown seems more likely after the House fails to pass the latest spending proposal, one that was backed by Donald Trump. That story just ahead in this hour. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Friday, December 20th. We finally made it to Friday, the Friday just before Christmas, and we're going to start your top stories off already this morning in crime news. A now closed fruit juice manufacturer from Sunnyside pleads guilty this week to misdemeanor charges. This for selling tainted fruit juice. Our very own Riley Fitzgerald has more on this case.
Mary Ann Bleisner, an 83-year-old woman from Sunnyside, has pleaded guilty to charges related to tainted fruit juice. The former president and primary owner of the now-closed juice company Valley Processing, Inc., or VPI, violated federal food safety laws, failed to register the food facility under the FDA, and failed to prevent the sale of adulterated juice. Bleisner and the company agreed to pay a criminal forfeiture of over $742,000. This tainted apple and grape juice went across the U.S. and abroad between October 2012 and June of 2019. It was also given to children in the National School Lunch Program.
Valley Processing then labeled that product as safe and sold it to be consumed by millions of school children. Parents deserve to expect that juice given to their children at school is safe.
The company admitted that it misrepresented the age and quality of its products. Its blended grape juice concentrate was stored outside for years, exposed to the elements, and then blended with newer grape juice concentrate. FDA investigators found grape juice concentrate contaminated with bird and rodent feces, fur, insects, decaying remains of animals, mold, yeast, and other contaminants. They also photographed this rat walking over a hardened crust on one vat of grape juice concentrate. In November of 2020, the United States filed a civil complaint in federal court for Bleisner and the company to not produce, store, or sell juice. The next January, Bleisner and VPI agreed to a consent injunction. They cannot process, manufacture, prepare, pack, hold, or distribute any type of food without first notifying and receiving approval from the FDA. VPI has closed, and Bleisner and the company no longer manufacture or sell juice products. In September 2022, a federal grand jury indicted Bleisner and VPI with 12 counts of fraud and food safety crimes. In Sunnyside, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Riley. Now, the FDA's Office of Criminal Investigations were the ones looking into this case. Bleisner and VPI are facing a sentencing hearing on March 26th, and there, a federal district court judge will determine a sentence. Now to Yakima, a judge has ordered 3 large dairies to provide solutions for nearby communities after finding it contaminated the water with nitrate. And this is just north of Granger in the lower Yakima Valley. The dairies are ordered to test the water wells, give out bottled water, or have a water treatment system. And this is all part of a lawsuit filed by the Department of Justice in June of this year, alleging the dairies contributed nitrate to the area's groundwater. Nitrate is an acute contaminant, which means a single exposure can have serious health risks. The court ordered the dairies to test drinking water wells in an area up to 3.5 miles down gradient of the dairies, also to provide and maintain reverse osmosis water treatment systems or bottled water to homes where the testing finds nitrate levels above 10 milligrams per liter. Now, after a successful 2024 season, the Northwest Super Late Model Series is preparing for its 12th season next year. The schedule includes 8 races at 6 different areas throughout the Northwest, and the series will kick off at Tri-City Raceway with the 56th annual Apple Cup 125, which will be on April 6th, and it'll be the 4th consecutive season opening appearance at the Triangular Half Mile. $10,000 was paid out to the winner for 2024. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we have the details on a claim seeking $50 million in damages against many local agencies. This in connection to the paraeducator who was killed at a West Richland elementary school earlier this year. Details are ahead, but first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast.
Our pre-owned customers are anybody and everybody that needs a vehicle.
McCurdy's been around so long. A lot of people bought their cars here, and then their kids bought their cars here. Our customers are somebody that wants to be able to come back to us after they buy that car for whatever reason.
We make sure that every vehicle that's coming through our shop has been thoroughly tested and checked.
It matters a lot. I see these cars all around. It's just a peace of mind that comes with knowing that we've been here so long and we'll continue to be here.
McCurdy has a lot of master technicians. We have some that have been with their brands for 30 plus years and McCurdy just as long. We are going to be sharing the roads with these vehicles, which is one of the reasons we do take so much effort in making sure that they're going to be drivable for a long period of time.
So it's your daily journey. And so it's a lot more than just purchasing or something or a quick transaction. It's everything to people nowadays is what their car means to them. We're going to be here tomorrow to help you with whatever's on their car. Buying pre-owned with McCurdy means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurdy Subaru.
Is your home in need of a remodel? Then transform your living space with help from Costless Carpet.
Have you heard about Costless Carpet's new Rhino SPC? It's changing the flooring industry. Durable, waterproof, with amazing looks that are blowing our customers away. Rhino SPC has 20 and 30 mil wear layers, making it more durable and easy to install. Costless Carpet stocks over 25 different visuals and has wide planked woods and 12 by 24 tile designs too. To find your nearest store, visit costlesscarpet.com.
We all have that friend with amazing skin. Don't just envy her. Get glowing skin of your own with a professional facial, customized just for you. Massage Envy, where better skin begins. Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
It's Live's annual sweater party. Plus, the Radio City Rockettes perform. And who will win our annual audience sweater contest?
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Meet the traveling trio, each helping to protect their money with Chase. Tools that help protect. Alerts that help check. One bank that puts you in control. Chase, make more of what's yours.
20 years ago, Petra Nemkova, world-famous supermodel on a dream vacation. And then the tsunami crashing in. But somehow, she survived. Now, this morning, the powerful all-new Diane Sawyer interview on Good Morning America.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a tour of some of the temperatures out there for this morning. And yes, it is cold in Kittitas County. We're seeing temperatures that are in the 20s and 30s. Actually, the coldest location in Kittitas County right now would be Ellensburg, as we're sitting at 26 degrees. So you'll likely have to break out the ice scraper. It's the same thing in the Yakima Valley, as we're right around freezing up and down the valley. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, a bit of a wider spread with temperatures, not by that much, but 31 for Hanford, 36 in the Tri-Cities, right at freezing for both Umatilla and Hermiston. So the chances overall a little bit lower of you having to break out the ice scraper for this morning. And then it's just a little bit too warm for that. For most of the foothills, pretty close to freezing in Pendleton, but 35, 36 for Milton, Freewater, and Walla Walla. We're also in the mid-30s for places like Meacham and Ukiah. Here's your day planner for today for lower elevation. 7 this morning, expecting some fog in Hermiston. Also, maybe some of that sneaking back into Walla Walla. We saw that earlier this morning. It's since receded, but we'll see if it sneaks back into the foothills. But by lunchtime, you can see maybe some light showers for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We'll keep it pretty dry for today for the basin and for the foothills, but definitely some low-end chances of rainfall for the valleys. So for today, it's going to be another day where we'll be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. Winds gusting out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour for the Blues. And then for tonight, we'll have a little bit of a break in the rain. Patchy fog maybe returning back to the Blues, to the foothills and to the basin, maybe even into the lower Yakima Valley as well. But rain chances picking way up into Saturday. I'll time that out and I'll show you additional storm systems into the holiday week for next week. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, in an exclusive story that you'll only see here, our team has obtained documentation outlining a claim seeking $50 million in damages against the Richland School District, also the Yakima Police Department, former Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray, the West Richland Police Department, and several staff members in the Yakima School District. This regarding the gunning down of paraeducator Amber Rodriguez back in April at William Wiley Elementary School. Now, we do want to warn you, some of these details are disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised.
The case stems from who knew what when. In the time, former Yakima police officer Elias Huizar shot and killed his ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez, in front of her 9-year-old son. In newly obtained documents by Apple Valley News Now, attorneys for the estate of Rodriguez and her 2 sons claim that Huizar should have never been able to carry out the killing.
Could have been and should have been, without a doubt. And there are simple, and this is laid out in the notice of claim, very specifically simple protective measures that should have been taken. And they should have been taken years ago. And they absolutely should have been implemented the moment Mr. Huizar was arrested.
He shot Rodriguez 7 times, once in the arm, 3 times in the back, and 3 times in the head as she tried to run from him while on the elementary school's grounds where she worked. According to attorney Bill Pickett, who filed the tort claim, not only did the school fail to keep Rodriguez safe that day, Pickett says the Yakima Police Department put the weapon that he used in the killing in his hands.
When you are dealing with law enforcement officers, those folks have enormous privilege and enormous responsibility. And when you are dealing with school districts, those also are entities that have enormous privilege and enormous responsibility toward both the students, those folks who are employed there, and as well as the people who come into contact with both of those entities, whether they be police or school districts.
According to the tort documents, the Yakima Police Department hired Huizar as an officer on June 17, 2013. However, after a background check, it discovered that Huizar already had a criminal record that involved the use of weapons and at one time had faced charges of criminal trespass, disorderly conduct, and terrorizing. Pickett says YPD hired him anyway, and the city of Yakima failed to investigate Huizar's background. During his time with YPD, Huizar received letters of reprimand and was involved in internal investigations after he became a school resource officer in 2019 in the Yakima School District. The investigation was on claims he was having a sexual relationship with a 12-year-old girl, a girl whom he later impregnated and moved in with. Huizar went on leave from the department on December 3rd, 2020, and on February 15th, 2022, he was allowed to resign from the force. However, the tort claim says YPD failed to collect his City of Yakima-issued weapons, ammunition, and tactical gear. On April 22, 2024, Huizar, despite being trespassed from Richland School District property, was allowed to enter school property and be there for nearly 20 minutes with no one alerting the authorities, where he waited for Rodriguez. Huizar used his YPD-issued gun and ammunition to kill her.
So I've represented countless people in catastrophic injury claims, claims where people have lost their life. And one of the most significant things you can do in this type of a case is you are shouldered and you are saddled with the responsibility to speak for people who cannot speak for themselves.
Now we have much more to tell you about on the claim, and we will have an in-depth story coming up tonight in our evening newscast. To see more details on this particular story, head to our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Biden administration makes an announcement this morning on canceling more student loans, and we have the details right after the break.
Join in the fun at Country Mercantile's Holly Jolly Festival in December at our Richland location. Bring the whole family for holiday activities on Saturdays and Sundays, December 7th through 22nd, starting at 12 p.m. Enjoy cookie decorating, crafts, pictures with Santa, and train rides. Shop our unique gift store and discover an array of scrumptious food products and gifts, including gift boxes and baskets filled with goodies, perfect for the season. Visit our website for more information at countrymercantile.com.
The buying season never ends at Broadmoor RV Superstore. Make this holiday one to remember with a new motorhome, travel trailer, or fifth wheel. Broadmoor RV continues to close out the 2024s to make room for the 25s. Your destination store in Pasco has the top brands in the industry, including Jayco, Montana Fifth Wheels, Coachman, Northwood, and Outdoors RV. Visit our huge campus and let us help you make memories for a lifetime this holiday season. Broadmoor RV Superstore, family owned and operated in Pasco.
Some of this year's best Christmas presents are just too big to fit under the tree, and they sure won't go here. No, some gifts are as big as the great outdoors itself, like the complete line of Echo Power equipment available at Liberty Lawn and Saw. No matter the wish, no matter the job, Echo has a tool to get the job done right, and at a price that won't break the bank. Plus, Echo's long-lasting E-Force battery system quickly swaps from one great product to the next. So stop by Liberty Lawn and Saw in West Richland for the Echo of their dreams.
The Season of New Tradition sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive start at just $28,999. Plus, get 3.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through today's forecast. We'll have small chances of rain throughout the day in the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Yakima Valley. That chance will likely be confined to the morning in the Blue Foothills, and the rest of the area should be dry. For tonight, a mostly dry night, although we can't rule out a light shower in the Kittitas Valley during the early to mid-evening, and for the Cascades until around midnight. Then for Saturday, rain chances will steadily increase throughout the day across the entire region, likely crescendoing by the late afternoon. Snow levels will drop from 5,500 to 4,500 feet from the morning to the afternoon. And then for Saturday night, likely turning much drier for the Kittitas Valley, Yakima Valley, and Lower Columbia Basin by the mid to late evening. But rain will have the tendency to stick around a bit longer in the Cascades, Blues, and Blue foothills. With snow levels dropping down to around 3,000 feet overnight, we can't rule out a quick burst of freezing rain around midnight for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill, and a few light snow showers are possible for Snoqualmie Pass after midnight. Okay, now let's talk about the wetter days, and we're going to call this storm system number one, even though they're, the storm system for Saturday, I guess, would technically be storm system number one. But the first real one that's going to be impactful in terms of rainfall and less so snowfall total. Snow levels with this one between 3,000 and 5,000 feet. Not much snow we're expecting from this one, at least for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill. But much more rainfall for Sunday and Monday, between an inch to an inch and a half for the Cascades, half an inch to 3/4 for the Blues, and definitely a lot less for our lower elevations. Then into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, there's another storm system we're tracking. This one maybe a little bit more wintry, as snow levels will be a little bit lower, between 2,500 to 5,000 feet. So we could have 3 to 4 inches for Snoqualmie Pass, less than an inch for Cabbage Hill, but more for Tollgate and more for White Pass. And the rainfall distribution of this one looking similar, although I think this is probably going to be a wetter storm system, and then we're tracking another one as we head into Thursday and Friday. So it looks like our pattern is starting to get more acceptable to what we typically expect around this time of the year. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Lower rain chances for Sunday, mostly dry Monday, then rain picks back up Christmas Eve. In Yakima, rain still likely Sunday, dry Monday, then wet weather likely returns for the 24th. In Ellensburg, the same cycle as Yakima. Rain still likely Sunday, a break for Monday, then more rain likely Christmas Eve. In Hermiston, mostly just drying out for Sunday, pretty dry Monday too, then rain picks up again for the 24th. And then in Walla Walla, leftover showers for Sunday and Monday, then maybe a bit of a dicey commute for the big man, with rain becoming likely again on Christmas Eve.
Thank you, Josh. In your national headlines this morning, the Biden administration is canceling more student loans. Today, the White House is announcing an additional $4.2 billion in debt relief for nearly 55,000 public service workers. It's part of the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, which is designed to erase loans after 10 years of service. Altogether, Biden has erased nearly $180 billion in student debt for about 5 million people. And in more national news, Congress has less than 24 hours to pass a spending deal, or millions of federal workers could go without pay this holiday season. The first bipartisan deal sank after billionaire Elon Musk slammed it for wasteful spending. A new plan backed by President-elect Trump went up for a vote last night and also failed. ABC's Christiane Cordero has more.
This morning, some 3.5 million federal workers and active duty military members are at risk of losing their paychecks this holiday season if Congress doesn't pass a new spending bill by midnight tonight. Billionaire and Trump ally Elon Musk tanked the original bipartisan bill. Then last night, a new Republican plan backed by President Trump also failed.
The Musk-Johnson proposal is not serious. It's laughable. Extreme MAGA Republicans are driving us to a government shutdown.
The latest proposal would have suspended the debt ceiling for 2 years, giving Trump more financial leeway to fund his agenda. But 38 Republicans joined the majority of Democrats in voting no.
I'm absolutely sickened by a party that campaigns on fiscal responsibility and has the temerity to go forward to the American people and say, you think this is fiscally responsible. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Among the millions of federal workers caught in limbo, the Bittners of Austin, Texas.
I have a mortgage payment still due January 1st. They don't care.
Jennifer's husband, Army Lieutenant Colonel Randall Bittner, could be required to work without pay in a government shutdown, as would many other military families, air traffic controllers, and TSA agents.
I can't put into words how difficult it is to think that our livelihoods can just be thought of as a pawn.
Also in limbo, billions of dollars in hurricane relief and aid for farmers, which was included in both spending bills that were voted down. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're getting a first look at the new trailer for the new DC Comics Superman movie, and that is after the break.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. On its way to your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Find gift-giving favorites for less. Elements 55-inch smart TV is just $249.99. Save 20% off select $25 gift cards. Plus save 30% on Christmas food gift sets. And save 50% off select holiday indoor and outdoor decor. Save now store-wide for your Christmas holiday. Only at Bi-Mart.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. This is an all-out battle as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best deals of the year. Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special 0% financing on a new Chevrolet during the final year and countdown from McCurley Chevrolet.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Sometimes life is a funny way of turning sideways. Like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day. Or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions.
We
got you. Are we happy?
We are happy. Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
We all have that friend with amazing skin. Don't just envy her. Get glowing skin of your own with a professional facial, customized just for you. Massage Envy, where better skin begins. Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Touchdown.
New Orleans, Green Bay, Monday Night Football at 5. Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is time for some entertainment news now. So the first trailer for the new Superman movie was released yesterday. And also, a landman is making news in the world of entertainment.
Plus, someone known as Landman is... We'll just run that back. Here's today's Hollywood Minute.
A brand new trailer is giving us our first look at the new Superman, and he's battered and bloodied.
Take me home.
Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn wrote and directed the new Man of Steel adventure. David Corenswet suits up as Superman. Rachel Brosnahan plays Lois Lane, and Nicholas Hoult goes bald as longtime nemesis Lex Luthor. Superman soars into U.S. cinemas July 11th and internationally beginning July 9th.
Men die. Oil companies don't.
Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan's new show Landman has just become the most viewed original Paramount Plus show in the streamer's history. Nearly 15 million households have watched the drama through the first 4 weeks of its run. Set in the world of West Texas oil rigs, Landman boasts a cast led by Billy Bob Thornton, who's already received a Golden Globe nomination for his performance. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
So I talked about this yesterday, but I'm super excited for that Superman new movie. So I have a question to ask you. Who do you think would win, Superman or Batman, in a fight? Everyone always has different opinions on it. I say Superman all the way.
I really don't know.
Okay.
I like Batman. I specifically like Christian Bale's Batman in The Dark Knight. So just because of that, I'm going to go, and to honor Heath Ledger, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Yeah,
well,
Batman.
if this landman is anything like Walker, Texas Ranger, I think he could probably take on Superman.
Sure.
Just kidding. That's a joke. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, BFT is feeling the holiday spirit of giving. They're giving back to the community with a resource that'll help people all around the region. We have what exactly it is in your next half hour. But first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, positive news for Waymo. The company's robo-taxis appear to be safer than human-driven cars when it comes to crashes. A new study finds that based on insurance claims, Waymo vehicles cause less property damage and fewer bodily injuries in accidents. Next, the head of Instagram posted a video teasing new AI tools for video creators. He says they will allow users to do whatever they want with videos, from changing outfits to altering backgrounds or even adding a chain. The new tools are expected next year. And finally, a warm and fuzzy keyboard you can actually pet like a cat. The Pet Brick 65 is a handmade wireless keyboard said to be designed for comfort and flexibility. It comes in two colors, calico and odd eye, with more options on the way, but you don't have to feed it. However, it costs $239. I hear this took forever to develop. Engineers needed 2 shifts to make it. Those are your Tech Bites.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal. And if you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Over 600,000 USPS employees working in sync to ensure everything sent on its holiday ride ends with a moment of joy.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, and a protein blend to feed muscles up to 7 hours.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, you had the last 2 days where you missed the 3-degree guarantee. How did you do for yesterday?
I did well, so we're going to go ahead and take graphics full here. I actually put this out of order, so I'm going to run over to the Weather Center real quick, and I just wanted to talk about what happened for yesterday as we had, I went with a forecast high of 45 degrees. The actual high was 46 degrees, so it did fall within that 3-degree threshold, so the jackpot went up to $25. So for today, my forecast high is 43 degrees. So that means that if the actual high falls between 40 to 46 degrees, then the jackpot will go up again to it'll go up by $25 more, up to $50 total. And so at that point, if I end up busting the forecast once again, of course you can go to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on contest, and you can figure out how to win the jackpot yourself. All right, temperatures this morning mostly in the 30s across the region. We're around freezing in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. The same thing for the lower Columbia Basin, a little bit above freezing in the Blue Foothills. A little bit later today, and you can see it's going to be more heavy jacket weather again across the area, as highs are going to struggle to make it out of the low to mid 40s within the lower Columbia Basin. So for today, these highs are still technically going to be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. All of us are going to end up in the 40s, and we'll have a small chance of rain, mainly in the valleys, also up in the Cascades, but much better chances of rainfall as we head into this weekend. So I'll talk about that. Also, I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In developing news this morning, Franklin County, the county commissioners held a meeting yesterday, and one brought in special guests making a case against the COVID-19 vaccine. The guests were said to be a panel of medical professionals and researchers. The commissioner who brought in the speakers is Clint Didier, who also spoke for an hour. And Didier tells us that he tried to get this information to the Board of Health, but it did not accept it. And this is some of what he said at the meeting.
And it is a lot of
people that I know that have taken it, especially in the military, have had harmful effects from it, being tumors, cancer, strokes, heart attacks, blood clots. And so we're just trying to let people hear both sides of this argument.
A number of presentations like this have been given to other government bodies all across the nation, including a recent one in Idaho. In a follow-up now, the reward money has now increased for information on the suspect in the ballot box fires in both the Portland and Vancouver areas. The fires happened before Election Day, and the reward is now $30,000. The Arson Alarm Foundation, a nonprofit that increases arson awareness, announced on Thursday that it was adding $5,000 to the reward money, which the FBI had previously announced it was offering $25,000. And good news for travelers, Avelo Airlines says they will continue to offer flights to LA and Burbank from Pasco through Labor Day weekend. According to the Tri-Cities Airport in Pasco, they've now flown more than 130,000 passengers over 1,000 flights, and that's since they first started it 3 years ago. And you can book these flights from now until September 2nd of 2025. In education-related news, congratulations are in order for local high school students who won a contest for an app that they created. It's an app that's designed to help students and professionals model and furnish their rooms. It was created by Hermiston High School seniors Yahir Garcia, Bryson Jeppesen, and Yale Gutierrez. And that was along with their teacher, and they were crowned winners in the Congressional App Challenge for Oregon's 2nd District. Making a difference, Ben Franklin Transit is feeling the holiday spirit of giving. They're giving back to the community with a resource that'll help people all around the region, a resource that'll help people connect to future job opportunities. Monique Ledesma has the story.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. No, this is too much on there already.
Well, you know, we pull some tricks.
Now that's the sound of Ben Franklin Workforce Development Council receiving their 12-passenger 2008 Chevy Express van from BFT. BFT says this holiday donation is more than just a holiday bug bite, but a reflection of the transit's efforts to show they're trying to be involved with the communities they serve.
We were like, wow, you know, Ben Franklin Transit isn't only the transit system in the Tri-City areas, right? We're more than that, and we want to be that neighbors helping neighbors.
BFWDC Executive Director Cynthia Garcia says after hearing from the people they helped that transportation was a barrier, she invited BFT CEO to one of their events to try and work out a roadmap between the two organizations. Garcia says the route turned out a lot different than she imagined it.
I would admit, I couldn't believe it at the beginning. My connection to my interaction with the CEO of Ben Franklin Transit is to continue making that connection, make the stronger partnership. I was asking for bus passes when I got there, and to come out of his office with the vehicle, just couldn't believe it.
Garcia says resume building, support services, and work experience are only a few of the many resources that BFWC helps people connect with.
Anybody that is looking for training and employment opportunities, anyone, even if you have a job but you're looking for a new employment or to receive training, anyone we serve here.
Garcia says although they have a focus on helping people within the Benton and Franklin counties, they will not reject helping anyone looking for employment or employees. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. And Garcia also says she wants people to know that all the services are free of charge to those in need of them. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, people from all over the region are traveling to Pendleton to celebrate a hero, one who just turned 101. We'll meet that local hero in just a few minutes.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Join in the fun at Country Mercantile's Holly Jolly Festival in December at our Richland location. Bring the whole family for holiday activities on Saturdays and Sundays, December 7th through 22nd, starting at 12 p.m. Enjoy cookie decorating, crafts, pictures with Santa and train rides. Shop our unique gift store and discover an array of scrumptious food products and gifts, including gift boxes and baskets filled with goodies, perfect for the season. Visit our website for more information at countrymercantile.com.
This Christmas, give the kids a gift of fun at the 2025 Benton Franklin Fair, August 19th through the 23rd. For just $30, get a full day of carnival rides, a youth admission ticket for kids ages 6 to 12, and a cuddly stuffed animal. That's a $15 savings. Available now through Christmas Eve at Kennewick Ranch and Home or the Fair box office in Pasco. Supplies are limited, so don't wait. Happy holidays from everyone at the Benton Franklin Fair.
Once, this table belonged to you. But when you decided to donate it to Goodwill, it transformed into their table, supporting before-school gatherings, cherished family dinners, and creative crafting sessions. Its impact stretches even beyond. Goodwill utilizes the proceeds from its sales to assist local individuals in overcoming employment hurdles, providing training and job placement services not only for individuals, but also for local businesses. And that's how one table can support the opportunity for everyone to create their own stories and memories. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Hi, I'm Pastor Steve Winery from Calvary Chapel Tri-Cities. Christmas is coming up, and we're going to have a Christmas Eve service in our outdoor amphitheater. There'll be bonfires, candle lighting, Christmas caroling. It's going to be a family service, and we'd love to have you join us. If you do come, bring a chair and a blanket. If you don't want to brave the weather, we'll have an inside option with live streaming available. Hope to see you there.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Unwrap the magic
of a Disney Christmas.
Don't miss special holiday performances and Disney favorites.
So many stars.
Here to make your wishes come true.
Disney Parks Magical Christmas Day Parade, Christmas morning on ABC.
The 12-team college football playoff kicks off from campus stadiums for the first time. Indiana takes on Notre Dame in South Bend, and Tennessee clashes with Ohio State at the Shoe. Tonight and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Okay, here's your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer. We're going to start off at Schweitzer Village proper as the new snow there over the last 24 hours, 3 inches. The base depth now all the way up to 44 inches. We'll take it down to Ski Bluewood where the new snow here, 2 inches over the last 24 hours. The base depth has risen up to 25 inches. And then for White Pass, no new snow over the past 24 hours, the base depth up to 40 inches, and that should probably go up over the next week if we're lucky. Okay, now let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, starting off in Kittitas County, where we're going to have a chance for showers all throughout the day. It's going to be a low-end chance of rainfall, slightly better chance up in the Cascades, but these highs are going to end up in the low to mid-40s. Light winds, also light winds in the Yakima Valley. Same thing up and down the valley. We'll have low-end chances for rainfall all throughout the day, but it should be a mostly dry day. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, I think we're going to keep it completely dry here. It's going to be gray. It's going to be cold. High temperatures are going to struggle to make it out of the mid-40s. And then for the Blue Foothills, a little bit warmer, as we'll be in the mid-40s to maybe even some low 50s. The chance of rain that we do have will likely be for this morning, and then after that should be a dry day. Also winds gusting out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour for the Blue Mountains. But winds are going to pick up for tomorrow. Rain chances are going to pick up as well, and then we have additional storm systems that could impact travel as we lead up into the holiday. So I'll tell you more about that coming up in a few minutes.
People from all over the region are traveling to Pendleton to celebrate a World War II hero, one who's celebrating his 101st birthday. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, more than 66,000 of the more than 16 million Americans who served in World War II are still alive as of this year, and that's less than 1% during World War II. And Robert Stanger served as a B-25 pilot. Stanger says he was drafted to the infantry, but he always wanted to fly.
In 1941, 42, high school kids, the Air Corps was the epitome of glory.
Stanger said he wanted to be a fighter pilot and ended up flying 70 missions in a B-25 bomber, and after the war, at age 21, he received the Distinguished Flying Cross for what he calls just doing his job. If you're inspired by Robert and want to meet him, he volunteers at the Pendleton Air Museum from 10:30 to 1:30 on Thursdays and Fridays, and we'll have more of his story coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. Up next, a government shutdown seems more likely, this after the House fails to pass a funding bill, one that was backed by President-elect Donald Trump. That story and more is coming up in your morning sprint. But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast.
This is the nicest one we have left.
I'm liking this one.
All right, let's go.
Oh, amazing. Merry Christmas. Hey, same to you. Hey.
Look at this.
To give you a little reward. Oh, no. This is reward enough.
I missed you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. On its way to your mailbox or pick up a copy in-store. Save big in the bonus zone. Owner's Choice 30-roll bath tissue or 12-roll paper towels are just $19.99. Sterilite 18 and 30-gallon totes are $5.99 and $9.99. Plus, stock up on pantry essentials. Find great savings on Frito-Lay party-sized bags, Blue Diamond bagged almonds, Dawn dish soap, and more. Save now with Christmas holiday savings only at Bi-Mart.
Welcome to Nissan. Are you interested in
test drive?
Absolutely.
There's the all-new Kicks, the new V6-powered Frontier, and the Nissan Rogue. Consumer Guide's Best Buy 10 years in a row.
Finished with all your holiday shopping?
We are now.
Hurry in to the Nissan year-end sales event. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months, or get a low $279 per month lease on Rogue.
Look out past ski area on Fly the Northwest Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through the forecast. Today we'll have small chances of rain throughout the day in the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Yakima Valley. That chance will likely be confined to the morning in the Blue Foothills, and the rest of the area should be dry. For tonight, a mostly dry night, although we can't rule out a light shower in the Kittitas Valley during the early to mid-evening, and for the Cascades until around midnight. Then for Saturday, rain chances will steadily increase throughout the day across the entire region, likely crescendoing by the late afternoon. Snow levels will be dropping from 5,500 feet in the morning to 4,500 feet during the afternoon. Then for Saturday night, likely turning much drier for the Kittitas Valley, Yakima Valley, and Lower Columbia Basin by the mid to late evening. Rain will have the tendency to stick around a bit longer in the Cascades, Blues, and Blue Foothills. And with snow levels dropping down to around 3,000 feet overnight, we can't rule out a quick burst of freezing rain around midnight for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill. Light snow showers are possible for Snoqualmie Pass after midnight. So that would be storm system number 1. Here's storm system number 2 for Sunday and Monday. Not much snowfall we're expecting from this one. Snow levels between 3,000 to 5,000 feet, probably less than an inch for Snoqualmie Pass, a little bit more for White Pass and for Tollgate. But this will be a wet storm system, especially for the mountain ranges, as we could have anywhere between 3/4 of an inch of water to 1.5 inches. Definitely a lot less for the valleys, basin, and foothills. All right, here is storm system number 3 at this point, I believe, for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. This one a little bit wetter, a little bit snowier, snow levels a little bit lower, between 2,500 to 5,000 feet, so 3 to 4 inches possible for Snoqualmie Pass, less than an inch for Cabbage Hill, but as always, more for Tollgate, more for White Pass. And then in terms of the rainfall that we're expecting, or at least the water distribution for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, pretty similar to that of the storm system for Sunday and Monday, albeit this will be a slightly wetter storm system. Then we're tracking another storm system into the day after Christmas, Thursday, and for Friday as well. So it's kind of like the storm train just keeps rolling along the tracks. You can see high temperatures will go to values about 10 degrees above average towards the end of next week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Lower rain chances for Sunday, mostly dry Monday. The rain picks back up on Christmas Eve. In Yakima, rain still likely Sunday, dry Monday, then wet weather likely returns for the 24th. In Ellensburg, the same cycle as Yakima. Rain still likely Sunday, a break for Monday, and then more rain likely Christmas Eve. For Hermiston, mostly just drying out for Sunday, pretty dry Monday too. Then rain picks up again for the 24th. And then in Walla Walla, leftover showers for Sunday and Monday. Then maybe a bit of a dicey commute for the big man, with rain becoming likely again on Christmas Eve.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:50. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour. We're starting off with the top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. 3 large dairies have been ordered to provide solutions for nearby communities after it found the dairies contributed to contaminating water wells with nitrate. It's all part of a lawsuit filed by the Department of Justice. The dairies in Yakima are ordered to test the drinking water wells and also provide and maintain reverse osmosis treatment systems, or bottled water, to homes where this testing finds nitrate levels above 10 milligrams per liter. The reward money for information on the suspect in the ballot box fires in both Portland and Vancouver has increased. The reward is now $30,000. A nonprofit that increases arson awareness announced it's adding $5,000 to the reward. The FBI previously announced it was giving $25,000. Avelo Airlines says they'll continue to offer flights to LA and Burbank from Pasco through Labor Day weekend. That's according to the Tri-Cities Airport, and you can book these flights from now until September 2nd of 2025. 3 Hermiston High School seniors are crowned winners for the Congressional App Challenge. This is for Oregon's 2nd District, and the students are Yahir Garcia, Brian Jeppesen, and Yale Gutierrez. They, along with their teacher, designed an app aimed to help students and professionals model and furnish their rooms. And the 56th annual Apple Cup 125 will kick off at the Tri-City Raceway on April 6th. It'll be the 4th consecutive season opening appearance at the Triangular Half Mile. The Northwest Super Late Model Series schedule includes 8 races at 6 different areas in the Northwest. Now to your national headlines this morning. A government shutdown is looking more likely as the House fails to pass the latest funding proposal. Congress has until midnight to pass a spending deal, or millions of federal workers could go without pay this holiday season. The first bipartisan deal sank after Elon Musk slammed it for wasteful spending. And the new plan, which was backed by Donald Trump, went up for a vote last night and failed. It failed 174 to 235, with 38 Republicans voting against it and just 2 Democrats crossing the aisle to support it. And a new report shows the Biden administration deported more than 250,000 people last fiscal year, which is the highest level since 2014. President-elect Donald Trump made mass deportations a core aspect of his campaign, but his chosen border czar, Tom Homan, has said he'll need funding from Congress to fulfill that promise. Resources have been a major hurdle in the past. Many of the 1.4 million people with removal orders can't be deported because their home countries won't take them, or they still have a potential legal avenue for relief. In the last year, the population of the U.S. grew at the fastest rate in more than 20 years. That's according to the U.S. Census Bureau, and new data shows the population increased almost 1% this year, or by 3.3 million people, to surpass 340 million, with 2.8 million of those being immigrants. Now, Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, is waking up in a New York City prison. After waiving extradition from Pennsylvania, he was flown to New York. He was met by the mayor and police commissioner, then escorted by dozens of FBI agents and NYPD officers. His federal charges were read in court, which could carry the death penalty. In a notebook allegedly recovered from Mangione, prosecutors say one entry read, quote, "The target is insurance because it checks every box." Outside court, supporters of freeing Mangione, people who are critical of the health insurance industry. In your business news, after weeks of decreases, the national average price for a gallon of gas has increased. It's gone up 2 cents since last week to $3.04 per gallon. This comes as many people prepare to fuel up for holiday road trips. And according to AAA, 107 million people are estimated to travel by car this year. Starbucks workers are set to go on strike today. The union representing thousands of employees posted on X that the strikes will happen in Seattle. More cities will join through Christmas Eve, and the union says Starbucks has failed to meet its demand for immediate and future pay raises. Now to your health headlines. More than 6,000 bags of Lay's classic potato chips are being recalled because they might contain undeclared ingredients of milk. The FDA says the 13-ounce bag of chips were sold in Oregon and Washington, and if you have the chips, throw them away. The FDA also says in order for a food to be labeled as healthy, they must now contain a certain amount of food from at least one key food group. The requirements also include limits on saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. That means white bread and heavily sweetened yogurt can no longer be considered as healthy. However, salmon, olive oil, and nuts and seeds are. In some sports news, NFL legend Michael Vick is set to become a college football coach. Vick has accepted the head coaching position at Norfolk State University in Virginia, and Vick became the first quarterback in the NFL to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. He played for 13 seasons. Trending this morning, LeBron James has broken another NBA record.
I think you said that wrong. It's LeBron James.
Oh my gosh.
Well, last night, James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the NBA's all-time leader in regular season minutes played. The milestone is James' latest in his highly decorated career.
Well, last season, King James became the league's all-time leader in minutes played, including playoffs.
James is in his 22nd NBA season and is the league's all-time leading scorer and a 4-time NBA champion.
He's a 4-time MVP and made a record 20 All-Star appearances.
And earlier this season, LeBron and his son Bronny became the first ever father-son duo to take the court together in an NBA game.
LeBron or Jordan?
I mean, it's just different eras.
Yeah.
I would have to go with Michael Jordan because he won more championships, but they're both, you can have multiple GOATs in one sport.
I feel like you could talk about this for a long time.
I'm not that big of an NBA fan, but
I mean, go sports, you know?
Sure.
Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, more details on the case of Luigi Mangione, the accused CEO killer. He's waking up today in a New York jail after being flown from Pennsylvania last night. And we have those new developments coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, a little bit of fog out there for this morning. It's cold out there, and we have some rainfall on the way. I'll tell you when to expect that coming up on the other side of the break.